Tiny House wanted to cover what's going on in the U.S., especially in Virginia, the state of Virginia. So there is a whole bunch of crazy going on in Virginia, and surprise, surprise, guess who's in control of that state? A Democrat. And makes you wonder, guys, but not really a surprise to those who are informed and awake. But currently, January 21st, the so-called law goes into effect where they're going to basically they're going to go about trying to go for gun grabbing or gun confiscation. Yeah. What's that about, guys? Isn't that a little crazy? I think so. Especially since it goes against your guys' Constitution, Bill of Rights. Yeah. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this? January 21st is coming up very shortly, and actually very scary because we're going to be, close in proximity to the U.S. during that kind of section of time. And what the hell is going to happen? What do we got going on in the U.S. with the Democrats being so insane? That's the real question. Gun confiscation in the United States. I couldn't believe it if I tried. But then again, hey, it's Democrats. That's how they operate. And if anybody out there is a prepper and supports Democrats, better check your head, man. You took a blow too hard to the head. Not thinking right at all. So, I would highly suggest you change your thought processes about Democrats, because that's what they're all about, guys. They want communism. They don't want you to have any guns. They don't want you to have private property. They want serfitude, where they keep all the money and everybody's in squalor. That's them in a nutshell. We don't want to go there, so things are going to get kicking off here shortly in January. And boy, oh boy, January 21st, somebody's going to come knocking on your door in Virginia looking for whatever weapons you have. And I really, really highly, I feel it, something bad's going to go down. So the cops and whoever's going to knock on the wrong door, and there won't be anybody answering the door, but there's probably going to be some ammunition passing through the door and into whoever's on the other side. And that's when it's all going to kick off. And the Dems are just eagerly awaiting this, because now that their impeachment failed, this is all connected, by the way. So they went for impeachment, but they're too afraid to put the paperwork through to the Senate because they know it's DOA. So now they're playing games and holding on to it. Oh, they ran out of cards, didn't they? Not really. This Virginia thing is absolutely connected. They're trying to make Trump look bad no matter what. That includes no matter if they kill innocent United States citizens over their nonsense they want to push. So the gun confiscation thing is horrendous. California, another Democratic state, horrendous. Homeless, it's tent cities, it's homeless, drug addicts, everything, insanity going on. And boy, oh boy, I got more to say about this, so I will be back in a second on my lap number 2. Hey guys, we're back. Lap number 2. So I was just getting into all the news going on, and there's a whole ton of it. in 2020. So we got Iran, we got state of Virginia gun confiscation, we got the Democratic Party trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel to do whatever they can to get rid of Mr. Trump, even though he's doing the best friggin' job I've ever seen in my life. And then on and on and on. I gotta take a quick break here. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I shut the camera off when somebody's walking past, because you just never know. Anyways, we got ourselves in quite the mess. Canada's economy looking pretty shaky. We got all this stuff going on. Virginia, Iran, possible, not that I'm believe it, but World War III was trending on Twitter, but that doesn't mean much. A lot of stupid stuff trends on Twitter. A lot of gullible people out there. But the takeaway from this is Virginia, whether it be Virginia or Iran, the moral of the story is you got to take care of yourself, which means prepping. What is prepping? Well, I've probably gone over it so many times over the years that it's sickening for most people, but it'd be a good idea, guys, for you to be able to filter your own water for you and your family for long term. That would be something I would highly recommend as your number one stop. So we're talking gravity fed ceramic filter systems is what you're looking for. Whether that be the Berkeys out there or the ProPure Plus. And the interruptions just do not quit. Anyway, pretty difficult trying to talk to you guys about the subject when I gotta click the camera off every once in a while. But anyway, back to the preparedness part of the video. Like I said, water filter, multiples. I would suggest on the bare minimum having 4 years of water filters in place to get you by. Now the Berkeys will get you through 5 years per Berkey. So I have actually 2 that I bought, and that's 10 years of basically gold. If you don't have water, you're not gonna last long. Let's put it that way, right? 30 days without water, or 3 days without water, 30 days without food. But water is the ultimate. And I want to remind everybody, just because you have a Berkey filter doesn't mean you can pour the nastiest freaking water in on top of it. Pre-filter the water by whatever means possible before having the water filtered into the Berkey filter or ProPure filter, whatever you decide to use. And the reason being is you'll make your water filter last as long as it says it will, 5 years. But if you pour a bunch of gunky ass water in the top, then it's not going to last 5 years, and you're going to be up Craps Creek without a paddle, okay? So I highly suggest having some sacrificial water filters that you probably have already used up or have been used before. So you have a Berkey that you've been using for 5 years. You're ready to change it out. Don't throw it out. What you do is you use that to filter your incoming water as a pre-filter, like a sacrificial lamb, and then from there it'll pass into your new Berkey, which will then have a hell of a lot more longevity than it would if you just put swamp water in, or gunk, or whatever the hell water you're thinking about putting in. Now, a lot of people don't know this, guys. It's hard to believe, but it's common sense. So a lot of common sense goes a long way. Even a little common sense goes a long way. Because for some reason, we've been conditioned to not need common sense anymore. But I'm not one of those people. I'm awake. I like to think that I have a little bit of control of what's going on in my situation. So, that's your number one, establishing water. Now, as being a prepper, I'm gonna say the next thing is shelter before food, believe it or not. If you don't have a place to stay that's safe and secure somewhere, then you're not gonna sleep very well, which means your health is gonna go to crap, which means if something does happen, you won't be ready. Being caught with the pants down, basically, right? So think about having some place to go, a little tiny house, a little shed, a little off-the-grid building, a cabin in the woods. Maybe your family members have like a cottage or something. That would be ideal. Make sure the shelter is stocked and ready to rip in case of an emergency. Canned foods, dry goods, water filters. If you want electricity, solar panels, charge controllers, batteries of some type. Highly recommend lithium because they last so long. These are all things everybody should be thinking about collecting and spending their money on, because if the crap hits the fan, guys, guess what? The power's probably going to be out, so you won't be able to go shopping to get what you need. And you don't want to go out anyway because it's probably going to be a zoo and people are end up being shot in the Walmart parking lot. Who knows what will go on in the chaos? But I know this for one thing: if you already have this stuff and have a plan, then you don't have to panic. Your stress level will be up, obviously, if you know what's going on and are paying attention, but you can just follow your plan, take you and your family out of harm's way, get safe, and continue on. Wait out the storm, wait out the nonsense. And that goes for Virginia and for the Iran situation. But we don't know what the hell's going to happen there just yet. But retaliation is on the table. Absolutely. Sleeper cells, attacking cities. Yeah, it's going to be nasty. So get ready. I'll be back.